What happened to Bay City Rollers?
The origins of the group go back to the formation of the duo the Longmire Brothers in the late 1960s, consisting of drummer Derek and his bass-playing brother Alan. The group never performed publicly under this name, just a family wedding where they covered Wake Up Little Susie. They eventually changed their name to the Saxons, adding singer Nobby Clark and John Devine. Their repertoire included American R&B pop songs such as Please Mr. Postman and Heatwave. They played a couple of contemporary Kinks numbers but favored American songs, including a new one at the time, CC Rider by Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. They changed their name again by pointing at random to a spot on a map of the U.S., hitting on Bay City, Michigan. Thus, they were now called the Bay City Rollers. Short-term members from this period included bassist David Payton from 1969 to 1970 and keyboardist Billy Lyle from 1969 to 1971, who went on to become founding members of another 70s band, Pilot, who had one hit with Magic. Their first hit was a cover of the Gentry's Keep On Dancing, which reached number 9 in the UK in September 1971. Upon this release's success, they made appearances on BBC One's Top of the Pops. In June 1972, guitarist Eric Faulkner joined. In January 1973, singer Les McEwen and guitarist Stuart Wood replaced Clark and Devine, stabilizing the quintet's lineup. In mid-1973, they narrowly missed the UK singles chart with their fourth single, Saturday Night. After flopping with 3 singles, they finally hit the top 10 again in February 1974 with Remember. By the end of 1973, Clark had become disillusioned with the band's musical direction and decided to leave just when his recording of Remember Sha-La-La-La climbed the charts to number 6. At this point, the Rollers had become a teen sensation in Great Britain with their good looks and kickers, and they scored a series of top 10 UK hits over the next 2.5 years, with songs like Shangalang, Summer Love Sensation, All of Me Loves All of You, Bye Bye Baby, a cover of the Four Seasons song, Give a Little Love, Money Honey, Love Me Like I Love You, and I Only Want to Be With You, a cover of the Dusty Springfield hit. The successful 1975 UK tour prompted newspaper headlines about the rise of roller mania, alluding to Beatlemania, which happened a decade before. The Rollers were the subject of a 20-week UK television series, Shangalang. McEwen killed an elderly neighbor in 1975 as a result of reckless driving, for which he was banned from driving for 1 year and fined £100. Their albums Rolling, Once Upon a Star, Wouldn't You Like It, and Dedication were also top 10 successes, with Rolling and Once Upon a Star reaching number 1. As the group's popularity swelled to superstardom in the UK, a concerted effort was made by Arista Records to launch the Rollers in North America. The new Arista head Clive Davis was instrumental in grooming and overseeing the project. They scored their first and only US number 1 hit with Saturday Night, released in September 1975 and hit number 1 in January 1976. The Rollers gave the track their American debut via a satellite link performance on Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell. It was followed by the top 10 hits Money Honey and You Made Me Believe in Magic. The Rollers also had 5 straight gold albums in the US, Bay City Rollers, Rock and Roll Love Letter, Dedication, It's a Game, and Greatest Hits. Alan Longmire left the band in June 1976 and was replaced by Ian Mitchell, who was in turn replaced by Pat McGlynn. The It's a Game tour was recorded in 1977 at Japan's Budokan Hall and was later released in 2001 as Roller World Live at the Budokan 1977. On the tour, they covered It's a Game, an unsuccessful 1973 single by String Driven Thing, to give them their final UK Top 20 hit in May 1977, and it eventually peaked at number 16. Longmire returned in 1978, the same year that McEwen was replaced by Duncan Fora, and Faulkner quit to go solo. But by then, the Bay City Rollers had scored their last hits. The Bay City Rollers were on the Croft Superstar Hour, later named the Bay City Roller Show, an hour-long show that aired from September 9th, 1978 to January 27th, 1979. During this time, the classic lineup released their last album together, Strangers in the Wind, which charted only in Australia at number 61. It went to number 5 in Japan and number 128 in the US Billboard 200. During the 1980s and 1990s, the Bay City Rollers experienced periods of reunions and change. In 1982 and 1983, 7 past members of the band played tours in Japan. The 1985 reunion album Breakout featured contributions from McEwen, McGlynn, Faulkner, Wood, and Mitchell. A spin-off called The New Rollers, led by Faulkner, toured extensively in the late 1980s. Wood and Longmire joined Faulkner in 1990 for Bay City Rollers tours and re-recordings of old tunes. The classic lineup reunited in 1996, performing Saturday night on a Japanese TV show for the 20th anniversary of Roller Mania. The classic Bay City Rollers lineup, excluding Derek, performed a final New Year's Eve Millennium concert in 1999-2000 near Edinburgh Castle. Renewed interest in the UK, sparked by TV documentaries, led to the very best of the Bay City Rollers entering the UK albums chart at number 11 in 2004. In the late 2000s, Ian Mitchell led a Bay City Rollers band with lead vocalist Kyle Vincent, marking Mitchell as the sole ex-roller involved during that period. Members of the Bay City Rollers have accused former manager Tam Payton of sexual abuse. In 2003, McGlynn alleged Payton had attempted to rape him in 1977. The case was dropped by the police due to insufficient evidence, but in 2009, McEwen also accused Payton of raping him. In the 2023 documentary Secrets of the Bay City Rollers, potential band member Gert Magnus claimed that Payton offered him a place in the band in exchange for sex. In 2007, former Bay City Rollers members filed a lawsuit against Arista Records for unpaid royalties. A legal dispute ensued involving threats from Gordon Clark and later a complaint by Clark, Mitchell, and McGlynn. In 2013, the U.S. Circuit Court ruled against them due to the statute of frauds. In 2011, the band's lawsuit against Arista moved forward despite challenges with a statute of limitations. The legal battle concluded in 2016 with an out-of-court settlement resulting in Sony Music paying £3.5 million, with each member receiving £70,000. In September 2015, the Bay City Rollers with McEwen, Wood, and Alan Longmire announced a reunion but faced challenges when Eric Faulkner couldn't participate due to health issues. They released a single, Boomerang, and discussed a new album. The reunion continued into 2016 but ended in July when Wood ceased booking shows for the reunited lineup. Plans for a 2017 album and tours never materialized. Les continued touring as Les McEwen's Bay City Rollers. In 2018, a new generation Bay City Rollers formed, with Wood announcing performances in Tokyo. Unfortunately, Alan Longmire passed away in July 2018, expressing hope for a McEwen-Wood reunion in his autobiography. In 2019, both McEwen and Wood denied the possibility of another reunion, but McEwen later expressed willingness to reunite with Wood amid the pandemic in August 2020. Ian Mitchell died on September 2nd, 2020 at the age of 62. And unfortunately, less than a year later, lead singer Les McEwen died on April 20th, 2021 at the age of 65. And that's what happened to the Bay City Rollers. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And give me some facts about the band that I failed to mention. And let me know who you want to see me do next on this channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.